Hello everyone. Welcome back to another brand new video. Sorry I haven't posted in a while. It's been about 2 months, I believe, and there's a good reason for that, which is the weather. The weather has not been the best lately. It has been cold, really cold, but nevertheless, today I'm bringing you a video about this new electric bike, should I say, that I have recently gotten about a month ago, and it's been working really good. I like how it goes and how it runs and everything, how it works. It is a really cool bike. So it's a electric bike slash electric Harley. It is a 60-volt bike and a 2000 watt motor. So yeah, this thing goes pretty fast. This thing goes about 30 to 34 miles an hour. I would roughly say that if you're going down the hill, me personally, I have reached up to 35. I'm pretty sure, yes, it was 35 miles an hour. That's pretty good speeds right there. Now, the range on this thing, you can choose. So these bikes go for about in between 1,200 all the way up to ranges up to $3,000 to $5,000 in other websites, but then there's again also websites that are either that are connected with China and Chinese markets and all that, which of course make these bikes cheaper. But then yet again, they go for $600 to $800. Now the quality is of course not, I wouldn't say it would be as good. At least I wouldn't think. I mean, I personally haven't tried that before, but this particular bike, I have gotten this bike from this website called eDrift. Now I have the logo right there, but it's well, the weather has been cold, but not only cold, there has been snow. So now another thing about this bike, it does really well in the snow. Now of course I wouldn't recommend riding it in like slidey roads. Now of course it would go for the same thing would go for cars and any other vehicle. Of course, it's common sense, but other than that, honestly, I still rode it that one day that the roads were pretty slippery, and a lot of places were closed, such as schools and stuff like that. And I still went shopping with it, and I've only slid, I would say, about 2 times. And it was when I braked and it was forward, and it was just a little tiny slide, so it wasn't dangerous or anything, so I was safe. I was wearing my helmet and everything, so of course, safety first. I was in good hands pretty much. So yeah, this bike does do good and very well. So let's see, speed is 30 miles an hour, the battery is 60 volt. Now, so as I was talking about this website that I got it from, so this bike ranges from about $1,597 on that website to $1,900 and something. I don't remember exactly which one, but it's a $1,900 something. Now the reason for the price range is the battery range, life, pretty much. So like how long it lasts. So it goes from, let's see, it goes from 12 amp hour to 20 and then to 30 amp hour. Now 12 amp hour will give you about, as it states on the website, it will give you 20-mile range. 20 amp hour will give you a let's see, what was it? A 40-mile range, and a 30 amp hour will give you a 65-mile range. So the max this bike will go will be 65 miles on a single charge, and that is if you pick the highest battery, highest power. But yeah, now another cool thing about this bike is that it looks quite a bit like a Batmobile, which is exactly why I went ahead and slapped that sticker right on there. Because you know, I mean, not everybody, but a lot of people, especially who know about Batman and the movie and all that, they will say that, oh my god, that's a bad bike right there. So you know, you can't really argue with that. So yeah, just thought I would make it look cool. So moving on, so it has 2 seats. Oh, another specification about this bike: it weighs 150 pounds lbs, and it can handle up to 350 pounds at most. Pretty sure I have indeed seen other bikes like this on the internet, but other websites that state that they can hold up to 400 something pounds. I'm not exactly sure if that's true, but I don't know. I just know that this particular bike can hold up to 350 pounds. And it also says on the website that you can put 2 adults on it, so you know, I would assume that, you know, it can handle it. So 2 seats, that's pretty cool. The only, I would say, downside to this particular bike, now I'm pretty sure it says on the website that you can get it upgraded to front and rear suspension, but mine unfortunately only has front suspension. I don't think I've looked into that before buying it. Now, I don't quite regret it either, you know, like it's not bad to the point that I would like want to send the bike back or something to replace it or anything like that. It's not a big of a deal really, unless you're going on a really bumpy ride. And still, it's not as bad. Another thing that I tend to do myself, if I manage to go over bumps or stuff like that, I just simply get on my feet, because you know, you can easily put your feet on the deck while you ride the bike, and you can easily just stand up whenever you want, as long as you're used to the bike. I would say it would be like the easiest thing ever, honestly. When it doesn't, let's see, I honestly would say this took me like a day to get used to the bike, and after that I was you know, it was just like a flow, you know, it just slowly went with it. Alright, so let's see, so we got a mirror right here put on it, I got a cup holder right there, I got a bag, an extra bag to the front just to put something on there. There's a speedometer, there's a key, you can put in a key, there's a throttle, and yeah, another cool thing about this bike, it has an alarm system. So which means that, okay, let me show you the key. So this bike comes with 2 pairs of keys. One is the key that goes into the bike, which is this, and turns the bike on, and the second key being this, which is pretty much like a car key. It's pretty cool. And it has 4 options. I only really use 2, honestly. So let me see, this one is to unlock the bike, this one is to lock the bike, but it only locks it, like it only turns on the alarm system, so that if somebody moves your bike in any way, shape, or form, it will start beeping and, you know, making noise, all that kind of stuff. Basically, the alarm will go off, and the alarm on this bike is pretty loud too. Let me tell you, that alarm is quite something. Now, this button right here, it activates the motor lock. So therefore, if somebody tries to move your bike once again, like as in like move it, like try to ride it or something, or go down the hill, anything like that, basically move it forward or backward, any way, shape, or form, the motor will not let it move. Like it will move a little bit, but then it will lock. Basically, like it will push the bike back, therefore forcing it against the inertia that the individual is trying to push the bike towards. So yeah, and let's see, the fourth button, I'm pretty sure that just like if your alarm is going off, that's just to turn off the alarm, I guess. But I usually, I mean, I had a case like that once, because I tripped the alarm myself by accident because trying to get something off my bike or in the bag. So I just used the unlock button. I'm pretty sure you would do the same when it comes to a car, or at least that's what I did. Anyway, yeah, that's what I do. So yeah, this gear right here goes into here, just like that, and then you turn it. Now the bike is fully charged, and as you can see, it has 5 bars. You can see the battery right there. You can see the speedometer, and also right here. So this bike originally came with the lights. It comes with everything pretty much. I don't know. So, these are lights right here. They're working great. Let's see. Now the thing about turning signals. So we had the turning signals right there, and it was pretty cool because when you press brake, these lights light up, but the turn signals worked for a little while and then they stopped. I don't know why, honestly. It could have been for many reasons, and that's because I take my bikes through a lot of hell, and I kid you not. When I say hell, I mean pretty much hell. like this bike, it has recently been pretty. A few days ago, it was pretty windy, like really windy, and the wind was pretty damn strong. It was pushing me myself also. It was that strong, yes. And so it my bike was standing in the wrong side of a position, and the wind blew it, and it fell on the ground. And yeah, I wasn't there to see it, so I came out later and I seen it, and I was like, oh no, like, damn, bro. So yeah, a cool thing about this bike, another thing, I don't know, just to use it, it's like so simple. Also, especially when it comes to like carrying something like packages or anything on the deck, or anything like, you know, like a big package or anything like that. It's just, I don't know, it's so much more simple than a regular bicycle, just simply because, just take a look at the wheels, like the width. I would honestly say the width of these wheels is quite a bit bigger than a lot of the cars out there right now. And that is pretty sick, because that also gives you the advantage to be able to hold something with one hand and ride the bike with the other. Basically riding the bike with only one hand, and it is barely hard at all. It's almost like driving a car, except you don't have any steering wheel. You just you're just using the handle, you know. But seriously though, it is really just that easy. Simply that easy. Like, it is I would say practically impossible to fall in this thing unless you're doing donuts or something like that when it's a slidey road or something. You know what I mean? Like a sharp turn. Yeah, that would oh yeah, actually, as a matter of fact, that slidey day, I remember right when I came back from shopping, I dropped my groceries off and I went to park the bike, and so I took a sharp turn and I fell right on the snow. Now it wasn't so bad, but because I was you know, I wasn't like riding it and then took a sharp turn. Like I was preparing to park the bike, so technically I was almost standing still, and then like I just gave it gas and turned a sharp made a sharp turn, and you know, I just, you know, fell. So yeah, that is the literally, I would honestly say that that is the only way you will pretty much be able to fall. I really do not see any other way you could possibly fall on this thing. Like, it is so easy to get used to and all of that, and you know, like I like the bike. I like the bike a lot. Also, another thing, when it comes to the law and the rules, it does specify on the website that it is street legal. It doesn't require any like registration DMV. Now, when it comes to the license, it does say check with the state laws. It does say check with the state laws just to make sure that because I'm pretty sure I've been reading around and I've seen somewhere where like there are states out there that like have these, like, you know, this thing would be where these scooters would be legal to ride and all that, but some of the states would probably need like a permit or something, but that's the least you will need. But once again, when it comes to registration and all that DMV stuff, that is not required, and this bike is indeed street legal. So yeah, so yeah, oh yeah, let me see. Almost forgot. So I was showing, I shoved the lights, and you know, the turning signals would usually work right here. They would work both, and so they suddenly just stopped working, sadly. But yeah, and then the horn is pretty loud as well. It does still work. Yep, pretty loud. Pretty loud. It does its job indeed. But yeah, let's see. What else? The brakes. These are hydraulic brakes. Work really well. They will stop you at any point, especially if you press hard enough. You'll be stopped at literally any point. Like, you won't run into trouble basically with those. Yes, another thing. It actually comes with 3 keys. Sorry, my bad. I am so sorry. It comes with 3 keys. It's 3rd key. It is so cold, my hands are freezing. So excuse me if I do tend to forget a few things, or if I stutter a bit or anything like that. So it comes. 3rd key goes for the deck. Here is the battery. And right here I put some, yeah, it's quite a bit of a mess in here, but I put some Gorilla Glue on there, and I taped everything off because apparently one of my friends, he tried, no, nobody cut my wires, no, nothing like that happened. What happened was, one of my friends that know about these electric bikes and stuff, they cut these okay, yes, they cut the wires, but not as a prank. They cut these wires to try this battery on another bike, and then they took that other bike's battery and connected it somehow to this bike with like a different set of wires, and I don't quite know exactly the whole process, but that's just the basics of what happened. And then in the end, he put everything back together, and he just basically taped the wires back together, which kind of sucks, honestly, because I mean, I'm not mad, you know, it's a good friend of mine. So I mean, and the only downside to that is that you can technically get what's it called, you can get extra batteries for this bike. You can get extra batteries for this bike, which you can, I mean, literally, this battery is not even that big, and I'm pretty sure it's not even that not that heavy, so therefore you could store more like in here in between the seat and the whatever the heck. Oh, it is so cold. Oh my god, my hands are really freezing right now. But yeah, like this is the situation in here. But other than that, like when you get the bike, you literally unplug this right here. This plug right here is this plug right here is literally like a wall outlet, and then this is the second plug, which connects like for like electricity wire, like for basically I would say for the headlight. But yeah, I mean, I just, you know, taped everything up and put some Gorilla Glue in there just in case, so that nothing like disconnects or anything, because it did disconnect once and my whole bike shut off. So I brought it to him and he retaped everything all over again, and he made things tighter that time. But yeah, so I just in case, I put some Gorilla Glue in there so that everything holds in place. But yeah, other than that, that's it. Bike is great. Bike is working without a problem. Oh my goodness gracious. This is not the best time of the year, I will tell you that. Now this is the charging port right here. This is where the charger goes. The charger, I'm pretty sure, is like 67 volts, something like that. But yeah, it's a 2 amp. I'm pretty sure it's a 2 amp charger. And this bike charges within 6 to 8 hours. Yeah, that's about it. Man, I was thinking of like riding it and making a video on it, but at the same time, this is about to be 22 minutes, so I've been 22 minutes into this out here just talking simply about the bike. So I guess another time, yeah, another time I'll make a separate video of me just riding the bike. I hope I covered everything. I always make sure to cover everything and give you guys as much information as possible on these bikes and all this stuff. But yeah, I mean, I think that's it pretty much. Yeah. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and if you would like more videos like this, make sure to hit that like button if you want to see that ride video, which I will make honestly tomorrow or something, whenever I have time. But I will definitely make that video if you guys like this video, and if I see that you guys want to see that, then I will definitely make sure to do that for you. But yeah, once again, thank you guys for watching, and comment your thoughts also. Comment what you think, and comment maybe any suggestions or anything, or any questions that you guys might have. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.